Hello everyone, welcome back to the second devlog of Tower Climber. Last time, I introduced the game to you and showed you a rough version of how it's gonna work. This time, I made a ton of progress, especially with the fighting system, the stats, and the main lobby. So first up, the fighting system. Originally, I had everything about a hero, the stats, abilities, and behaviors, all crammed into a single script. It worked for testing, but it quickly got messy and hard to update. Now, after we constructed the whole thing, each ability is its own script, and I can just drag and drop the ability onto the different heroes. It makes it super flexible and way easier to design new characters in the future. I also redid the entire stat system. Before, a hero might deal 100 damage and have 200 health, but it didn't feel like an RPG. Now, heroes have core stat like system, health, and maybe mana, and so on. Although I haven't implemented mana or stamina yet, it will be crucial later on. For example, mana will take away every time you use a magical attack. Stamina won't work the same. Stamina will allow a hero to go on to different missions. Each mission takes stamina. Once that stamina is out, you need to let the hero rest, which makes you in need of using different heroes instead of spamming the first one. That's like the best, which makes your heroes like balanced. I hope you understand. um, Also, the lobby. Before, the lobby was just three random buildings floating around. No roads, no structure. It was basically a placeholder art. Now, I've started building it out properly. I've added roads to connect the buildings and even drawn some farms, which I'll be using later for research systems. They're not implemented yet, but the art is done. I also added new buildings. The alchemy lab. It's not functional at the start of the game. If you repair it with wood and leather for now, I might add different building requirements later on. You'll be able to craft items. I've actually made 17 new items for crafting. I just haven't added a way to get them all yet, but they're in the game ready to go. You can get them by, for example, for now, the crafting recipes don't really make sense, but I made them so you'll be able to get most of the items. And I also redid the previous UI. You guys saw a kind of alchemy. Yeah, that was no alchemy. That was just garbage. It only had one function, and that was for creating rank up stones. But that sounded and looked a little bit meh. So I redid it, made it a complete alchemy lab, and you're now able to craft a lot of things. And yeah, I've also added health potions and mana potions. They don't function yet, but the idea is that the heroes will also bring them along during missions and choose when to use them, either to heal or gain mana. It will add a bit more strategy to each run once it's fully implemented. The win screen after battles have also been improved. It looks cleaner and gives a better sense of progression and reward. For example, it now shows the reward you get. Can be different items depending on the stage. If you fight skeletons, can be bone dust or something like that. And it also shows when your heroes have leveled up and also the stat increase. During combat, I've also added health bars for both heroes and enemies. It's a small thing, but it really helps you keep track of what's going on in the middle of a fight. Uh, and yeah, one more thing. I also added timers for both building upgrades and item crafting. So now, when you repair a building or craft something, you'll have to wait a little while. It gives the game more sense of time and progression. I think it fits more with the overall vibe instead of your buildings being instantly done and your crafting being instantly done. It just fits more. So yeah, that's a good look at everything, I think. I've been working on it lately way too much. The game is slowly starting to feel more like a real living world, and I'm excited to keep pushing it forward. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.